Good morning, Berlin residents. Today is April 13th, 2020. This is a public service message. I am Margaret Nardowitz, your town administrator.
Good morning. I'm Tom Galvin, the police chief.
Morning. This is Ken Clark, your fire chief and your emergency management director.
First and foremost, we hope this finds you in good health and staying at home to the greatest extent possible according to the state's orders. And remember, always get your information from trusted sources. We're here to share information with you, and on that, I will turn it over to Chief Clark.
Good morning. Yeah, I want to express that your local people are poised and ready to respond. We have a small local cache of personal protective equipment that is ready to go and be used. It is as needed in any case. Yesterday, we spent time on the duty staff of dispensing and distributing face masks to the Northbrook residents. That equipment was gained through a request that was put in Friday to MEMA and came from their cache with the MEMA Bunker and Framingham, and then was distributed yesterday. Another note that we work very closely on is our local emergency management group. That group daily is forwarded and share the MEMA daily situation report, a sit rep they call it, and that's sent out to all the department heads and people who are on that group so that they can keep in touch with what's going on at the state level in its real time. It's like 6 hours from when it happens. We currently have 6 confirmed isolation locations in the town of Berlin. And another important fact is we're in daily contact with a MEMA representative to see if there's any needs specific to the town of Berlin, and they answer those needs very quickly and efficiently if we do need some equipment. That's all I have to report for you. Stay healthy and good luck.
Thank you, Chief. The Board of Health reminds all residents to continue to practice social distancing to the greatest extent possible and to stay at home to the greatest extent possible pursuant to the state's public health orders. Everyone needs to do their part to help slow the spread of this virus. Be sure to wash your hands often and thoroughly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Avoid touching your mouth, nose, and eyes with your hands. Cover your coughs or sneezes with a tissue or your sleeve, not with your hands. Clean and disinfect surface areas frequently. Remain out of congregate settings, avoid mass gatherings, and maintain social distancing at least 6 feet from others. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay at home from work whenever possible, and always stay home if you're sick. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chief Galvin with news from the police side.
Thank you. I just want to tell everyone that we are here. Our police force is healthy and ready to respond should we need to. However, we're going to do things a little bit differently than you normally expect. We are trying to continue the message for people to social distance. We're doing it with our officers as well. We have worked for years and years and years to community police, to be part of the community and interact closely with you. Unfortunately, through this, we can't do that. I have issued a directive to the officers to limit their contact with the public. So that means what we do on a daily basis, should you call us, may look a little bit differently, or you may not see us at all. We are limiting our interaction during traffic stops. If you see an officer who does make a traffic stop, they won't ask for your license or registration, or they won't take it. They'll ask to see it and ask you to hold it up. I don't expect any of our residents to be getting pulled over during this event. But also, if you have a call for service, if you call us and need us to respond to your home, if you're calling to report something that happened in the past, it's very likely that when you speak to dispatch, they're going to want to make sure they have a good contact number for you, because an officer will probably call you back instead of coming to your home. That is for your safety and for ours. We don't want to interact with anyone that we don't have to either put ourselves at risk or, as importantly, put you at risk. Should you get that call, we were going to handle things the same way we would if we were in person. It just won't be face-to-face. However, if it is an emergency call, a crime in progress, we will still respond as normal. The officers may look a little different when they get there. They may be wearing masks. They may be wearing gloves. Again, and that's to protect you and to protect us. The other thing I'd like to do today is to show you some things that are available on our website. One of the most important things is how to register for our Code Red emergency notification system. That's a system that allows us to put information out to you. Again, we would be one of those trusted sources for the community. So there is a registration portal on the website, and I will show you that now. So if you were to go to our website, www.townofberlin.com, on our home screen, there's a link to Code Red. I circled that there for you in yellow. You can click on that link, and that's going to take you into our registration area for Code Red. If you come about halfway down the screen, there's a link you can click on for Code Red emergency notification enrollment. If you click on that, it's going to take you to the Code Red site, and that's going to allow you to create an account. You do not have to create an account. You can enroll as a guest. I will check as enrolling as a guest now just to show you a little bit how the system works. I would recommend that you do create it as a managed account. That would allow you to log in again, to change phone numbers, to add phone numbers, versus a guest account where you won't be able to have that flexibility. In the system, it's going to ask for your contact information, your address, whether you're a residence or a business, and then it's going to allow you to add phone numbers, add email addresses. The system is very versatile. You can add home phone, cell phone, you can opt to receive text messages, emails. The nice part about receiving text messaging or emails is we can add links to that. So if there's information that we're going to put out to the public, or a document that is included with that, we can actually include that link for you to easily access it. In this, we ran into a problem recently where someone tried to register, and it's a newer road in town, and it was yet to be added to the system. Code Red uses commercial mapping, so whatever they purchase is what they get for roadways. If you were to do that and you get an error message and it says your address is not available, you can scroll back and this little map will be here. It will leave a small blue pin on the town of Berlin. If you click and drag that pin, you can leave it where your home is, and it'll use that location for your address. The reason for locating an address is a mapping feature in this, where if we have an incident that occurs and we want to notify people within a certain radius or a certain distance from it, a map allows us to do that. So having an accurate address works very well for this system. The last part about Code Red is there is a phone app. So if you have a smartphone, again, I would recommend that you utilize the phone app. It also allows us to send those links, to send those messages. But one bigger benefit of the phone app is it allows you to, as you're traveling, if you're in another community and they have an emergency that's something you should need to know about, if they're a community that utilizes Code Red, based on your geographic location, you will get those notifications. So it's an added benefit to the system that you don't have to be a resident of an area to actually get the notification. You get it based on where you are. Some other things that are on our homepage and on our webpage, we have a Corona Clearinghouse banner. If you click on that, that has some information available to you that the town has put out. There's the town administrator's first video message that was put out. But then there's some other information here that's available to you. And as you can see, this was updated last on the 10th. So there is an attempt to keep this updated for you. Also, and lastly, that I want to point out is there's a news section on our website. And we've added some things over the past few days, some information on stress and resources that are available to you. But also on scams. That is one thing that we are seeing or starting to see in the area that are ramping up. Government impersonators. The reason that is there's a stimulus program. There's going to be money distributed by the government. There's people that are newly applying for unemployment. So there are people out there that are going to try and take advantage of that. Also, medical equipment, medical device scams. Work from home, investment fraud. Everyone's been worried about their 401k and their investments. There's people that are going to reach out to try and tell you they're helping you, but everything will have a fee and a cost. My advice to you when it comes to scams or to anything, don't be afraid to question everything. If it seems too good to be true, it most likely is too good to be true. And if you have any questions or concerns, You can call us at any time, and an officer will be available to speak with you. And thank you very much. And again, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Both chiefs will have an opportunity to offer some more information and guidance as we wrap up this public service message. Just a reminder that Berlin's essential operations remain ongoing, just as both chiefs reported, despite our municipal buildings being closed to the public. Public safety, highway, and certain general government financial staff continue to report to the workplace, while several other town employees are currently working from home. Town staff, whether they're working from home or at the workplace, continue to be connected and responsive to residents' inquiries to the best of our collective ability. Just as an important reminder, for emergency assistance, always dial 911. For any other general assistance, please email or call the town department you're trying to reach, or call the Board of Selectmen's office at 978-310-5901, or my office directly at 978-310-5919. If you reach the town's voicemail when you're trying to call, be sure to leave a message and someone will respond as quickly as possible. And a few messages from our other local boards or agencies. The Council on Aging has sent a mailer to Berlin seniors with a listing of helpful resources and contact information for our seniors. Seniors should call the numbers shown in the mailer with any requests or needs. That mailer has been put up on our website at www.townofberlin.com. As Chief Galvin said, the mailer and all other helpful COVID-19 related information can be found in the news section of the town's homepage. Berlin's Economic Development Committee reminds the community to try to support your local businesses at this time. Many local businesses are still open. They're considered essential. Many basic food and other supply needs can be met right here at the Berlin General Store, Holiday Farm, Balance Rock Farm, Berlin Village Cafe, Indian Head Farm, and Berlin Orchards. And there may be others. Please try calling them to see if they're open, and please try to support your local businesses to the greatest extent possible. For Berlin small businesses, including sole proprietors who are facing financial hardship, there are several federal and state economic relief programs that have become available, including SBA loan and grant programs, paycheck protection, unemployment benefits, and payment deferrals. We are going to post links to these program sources on our website today, so you can go to these web pages for additional information. Individual workers seeking unemployment assistance should go to mass.gov, the unemployment benefits page, for guidance. And if you're unsure where to start, you may email edc@townofberlin.com or call one of the numbers I mentioned earlier for help with navigating the programs or seeking appropriate resources, and we'll try to help to the best of our ability. Meetings of town boards and committees are now being conducted remotely until further notice. All meetings are accessible to the public by using the dial-in access numbers or codes posted on the meeting agenda for that board or committee, and you'd find that in mytowngovernment.org/Berlin. After consulting with the town moderator and the town clerk last Monday, April 6th, the Board of Selectmen did vote to delay this year's annual town meeting to Monday, June 22nd, and the annual town election to Monday, June 29th. And that was done in the interest of the public's health and safety and in facilitating participation in these local democratic processes. I'd like to add one last thing. There are resources on our website for people that are feeling a lot of stress and who could use someone to talk to. We have, the police department has posted some reference or referral sites, and I have also noted these in my town administrator reports. The Council on Aging did note some resources for seniors in the mailer that they sent out. So be sure that there are available resources for people who are feeling strained at this time, and most of us are right now. Chiefs, do you have anything to add at this point?
I'd just like briefly to add, as we kind of go through this COVID-19 crisis, life still goes on. And one thing I wanted to remind people about today is we are under a severe weather warning today. We could experience high winds up to 65 miles an hour, which could lead to power outages and other issues. So what I would ask and remind people is if you do lose your power, contact your electric supplier. Keep those numbers handy. One thing is it's going to be a widespread weather event, so that could inundate our dispatch center with calls. We are notified through the power company should there be outages. They monitor the system. So if you experience an outage, the best bet and the best place for you to get information would be from the power company themselves.
Thank you, Chief. And Chief Clark?
I have no additional information other than to ask everyone to be safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you to both chiefs, and thank you all residents for your patience with the town as we maneuver new ways to conduct business. We are still here for you, and we wish all of you safety and health in the coming days and weeks ahead. Thank you.